In this video, I'm going to show you how I style this Victory Rolls synthetic wig. If you don't know me, my name is Will Beauty. I own Shop Will Beauty, an online wig store where I sell human hair wigs and synthetic wigs of all types and all styles. So if you watch this video and you decide that you don't want to style this wig, baby, head to shopwillbeauty.com and you can purchase it for yourself, or you can email me for a custom inquiry. Make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel, click the notification bell, like this video, and leave questions or comments below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. I really appreciate it. If you want more content from me, check me out on Instagram and TikTok, both at Shop Will Beauty. I post a lot of short form content and pictures and stories, so you can get in contact with me there and see what else I'm doing. I post a lot, baby. Y'all, the Victory Roll. She's a vintage kind of pinup style. It's really cute. It has a lot of character to it. I wouldn't say it's a very difficult style. It just requires a little base tease in the back and a little teasing in the front. And it just takes patience. I end up rolling the hair into these little rolls like maybe 5 or 6 times until I'm finally happy with how it looks. So I say just have patience. If you're having trouble getting the roll just right, walk away for 5 minutes and come back. I always say take a little break if you're frustrated, because when you come back, you see it with new eyes and a new mindset, and you have a little more patience. All right, babe, so if you want to see how I styled this Victory Rolls synthetic wig, keep on watching. All right, babes, so here I have the synthetic wig already pinned down to the wig head. This is my wig, Bridget, in the color pastel pink. You can shop my unstyled synthetic wigs on my website. They ship out pretty quickly. So I'm starting off by parting the hair for the Victory Rolls. I'm going for an asymmetrical look, so I'm going to take a side part. So I'm going to have one bigger roll and one smaller roll, and I'm just going to twist those and clip them off so they are out of the way. We'll deal with those Victory Rolls later. First, we're going to be teasing out the back of the wig. Lately, I've been loving using texturizing powders when I'm teasing out my synthetic wigs. They add a grit that adds volume to hair, but for synthetic wigs, that grit just really comes in handy, especially if it's just a wig out of the bag like this one. I'm just using the factory curl. So I sprinkle a little bit at the root of the section, and then I tease it out. It just makes it so much easier. I also find it adds like a bit of a stickiness, not in a bad way. It's not like sticky on your fingers, but the sections that I tease out kind of hold together much better. So from the top, I'm actually teasing from the bottom of the section. When I tease out, I tease from the direction behind where the surface is, so all that teasing is less visible. So I'm just continuing on sprinkling that texturizing powder, and I tease about 50% of each section down to the base of the section, and then I'll use a comb to really pack it down. And then once I do a whole row, I spray it with some Got To Be hairspray. So I'm just going to continue teasing on out here. And then as I get to the bottom of the wig, I actually tease from the top, because if you think about it, when you're looking through to like around the neck area, I don't want to see a rat's nest. So by teasing from the top of the section, that's the behind where the visible area is. There isn't much visible at the bottom of the wig, but you know, I like to have a very finished look, and I don't want teasing to be visible around the neck area of the hair when it's being worn. So after I tease out the entire wig, I then pull all the hair down, and I use my fingers to spread out these sections. I don't want them kind of too compact, and I just begin brushing out with my fingers first, and then I go on in with my brush, and I just gently start smoothing everything out. I really take my time. I really try not to brush too much out here because I just want a nice base tease. I'm not going for crazy volume here. I just want to make sure that the back looks like it's finished, because if you were just to do the Victory Rolls and then not tease out the back, it would look unbalanced. So now we're moving to the front of the wig, and we're going to do that smaller Victory Roll first. I always leave out a small little section along the sideburns in case someone has a hairline that might be exposed or a larger head. It can just help with the fit a little bit. So I'm doing the same as the back. I'm taking that texturizing powder and I'm teasing it from the top. The reason why I'm teasing it from the top is because the exposed surface area is going to be the hair from along the sideburn and ear area being pulled up and swirled around. So I want to make sure all the teasing is done from the top so we can conceal the teasing as much as possible. I'm going for a bit of a fluffier tease here, not so much concentrated at the root, so I have plenty of teasing to work with when I'm shaping that victory roll. Then I'm going to start smoothing everything out. I'm going to use the same brush, just a simple plastic teasing brush, and I'm going to really take my time to brush this out and make sure when you look through, you do not see any teasing. I want to make all the hairs flow perfectly in the direction of the victory roll. Now we are shaping the victory roll. So the way I do this is I hold the section about halfway and I point my finger towards the back of the wig and I roll the ends around my finger. I then pull my finger out and then I roll the rest of the hair down. This usually takes me about like 5 or 6 tries, to be completely honest. It can just be hard to get it all right and situated. So just take your time, do it a few times. I always walk away for a minute and come back to see it with fresh eyes. And sometimes I just get that first roll done as like a rough draft and I move on to the next one because you need to see them together before everything can be finalized. So I just use a bobby pin and I pin that through the center of the curl from the back to hold it in place. So then I'm just going to repeat all the same things on the other side. This is the larger victory roll. I really like asymmetry with my wig styling. I think it just is flattering, especially for drag. I think it can soften features. I think having a center part can really demand perfection. If you don't have perfect symmetry with a center part, you will notice it. So I usually just go for a side part and I just think it looks prettier. So here I am just teasing everything out once again with that texturizing powder. I swear this texturizing powder trick really changed the game for me and it's worth paying for the extra product. Then I'm going to start smoothing all that out, same as before, really taking my time. And here I am with my finger pointed back. I'm holding the section about halfway up. I wrap the ends around the finger, I pull my finger out, and then I just roll that whole section down carefully to meet the other victory roll. This is probably the hardest part. I mean, no surprise here, but once you get the hang of this, it is such a good skill to have. So as you can see here, once I pin this in, there's a big gap between those victory rolls. It looks like the smaller roll is like falling down. So I decided to roll this again because I really wanted to get this perfect. I like my victory rolls to hold tight next to each other. I think it's a very cute and flattering look. And I think it really gives that perfect vintage flair. So here I am just redoing that other victory roll. Again, like I said, it just takes time and time again and practice. And I usually end up re-rolling one of them once I do the second roll because I need to get them to match each other and hold together nicely. So now I'm happy with the structure of this. So I'm going to start smoothing it out with some hairspray. I spray it down with some Got2b hairspray and I use my blow dryer to really lock it in place. So here is what it looks like close up and I'm going to start really pinning everything in. I'm taking bobby pins and I'm pinning from the front and back, like literally into the victory roll, like through the center of it. It's really easy to conceal the bobby pins. And once I've really got them situated, I will actually pin in between the two victory rolls so they hold together and they don't fall down. I lock everything in place with a non-aerosol hairspray. This is Pump It Up Gold, and I really blast that with my blow dryer to make sure it's locked in place and smooth. And that finishes up the wig. All right, babe, I hope you liked this tutorial on how I styled this Victory Rolls wig. Like I said before, if this is too much for you and you don't even want to try styling, head on over to shopwellbeauty.com and you can purchase this for yourself. All my wigs are made to order, so make sure to check the processing times in the description. And if you see a wig and you want it in a different color, just email me, info@shopwellbeauty.com, and I'll be able to make this wig in any color for you. All right, dolls, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like this video, leave any questions below, and check me out on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll see you in the next video. Toodles.